Good evening, basketball fans in Bucks Nation. My name is Nick Mack, and you are listening and watching to another night of Dunmore boys basketball here in the beautiful Dunmore Gymnasium. Tonight, coming to town is the Old Forge Blue Devils. They're stepping in as the number 6 seed currently in the 2A side of things. No, we're not in playoffs just yet, but it's definitely something we're thinking about. Your Dunmore Bucks are walking in as the 4 seed in the 3A classification. Really, we have a few games to go here. There shouldn't be too much movement for Dunmore, maybe one up or one down. But right now, if the tournament were to start, Dunmore would be playing Lakeland. So, I mean, that's always a fun one. And that is just pending that the tournament is seeded 1 through 7. All teams will be making it in 3A. Still got to hear the final details on how that tournament is going to play out. So Dunmore, we talked recently, yes, us, you, me, and everyone else watching, about Dunmore. They won last night as we had the coverage here for you. They had defeated Carbondale 64-54. Frankie Ruggiero was the player of the game. He scored 15 points. Dom Temporino also had 15 points last night, and Nico Ruggiero had 9. Both Ruggieros did excellent from outside the arc. So with that bumped Dunmore up to a 6-5 record, 5-3 in the division. Now, for the incoming Old Forge Blue Devils, they are 3-7. Unfortunately for the Blue Devils, they are on a 4-game slide as they took a loss to Holy Cross at home, 54-47. And then for Old Forge, they're also contending not just a 4-game slide, but this is also their 4th straight away game as well. So with that, they had a loss to Riverside, 49-47. That was a close one. That is the Triborough rivalry right there. And I should know that because I went to Riverside myself. There was a loss to Mid-Valley, 46-39, and then a loss at Lakeland, 55-35. So again, this is going to be Old Forge's 4th straight game on the road. So, like I said last night, Dunmore had the advantage of playing Carbondale here at home, having another straight home game, and then wait a minute, we're going to do another home game also coming up as it's going to be on Sunday. Dunmore will be playing Mid-Valley. We'll have coverage for you here. Tip-off will be about 2:15. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as the women's team plays Mid-Valley. That tip-off will be 7:15, and we hope to have the JV game about 6 o'clock for you as well. Like I said, we're just getting underway here with our pre-game show. My name is Nick Mack. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. As always, you can check out Twitter at Dunmore Bucks AD for all your latest information. Any postponements, any game times, any links, possibly away game links as well. Every once in a while, we are lucky enough to have some of our competing schools also to have a stream. You can also check Facebook as well, as all of our games are saved and you can find everything you like live and otherwise all past broadcasts on dhstv.net as the Rich Banick YouTube page. That is currently what you're watching right now. So both sides head over to their benches and we are about to get underway with your starters. Players to watch tonight for Dunmore. Both Ruggiero's Frankie and Nico, they had an excellent game last night, as well as Dom Temporino, mentioned before, he had 15 points. On the flip side for Old Forge, Michael DeGregorio had 11 points in their loss to Lakeland. Dante Lucarelli with 9. Colin Davitt, 6 points apiece as well. So a couple players here and there to watch out for on both sides. So wait for the PA announcer, and we are about to hear the starters for Old Forge. So gotta wait for the buzzer to go. There it goes.
Welcome to Dunmore High School for tonight's contest between the Old Forge Blue Devils and your Dunmore Bucks. Starting for Old Forge, number 3.
You're gonna see Dante Lucarelli start for Old Forge. That'll be number 3. Number 11, Sean Donovan. John Giglio.
Number 24,
Mario Simone. And number 22, Mike DeGregorio. Oh man, I gotta watch this one all night. Gregorio. Nico Ruggiero coming out for the Bucks. Like I said, had 9 points last night, plenty of assists as well. Number 31, Kevin Walsh, going to be starting tonight for the Bucks. As I mentioned before, our player of the game from last night against Carbondale, as it was a 64-54 win, as Frankie Ruggiero was our player of the game. Dom Temperino comes out. And last but not least, Christian Buckley at number 20. Bucks get their pregame hype ready, and we are just about ready to get underway. So in just a moment, we're going to listen in for the national anthem, and then we'll be back with tip-off as Old Forge has come to town to take on Dunmore. As you can see there, the Bucks getting their final instructions by head coach Kevin Clark. And I'll see which Buck decides to line up for the tip-off. Lining up for the Devils is going to be Giglio. Devils wearing their road jerseys, all blue with the traditional yellow trim. Your Bucks wearing the white jerseys, crimson and blue trim. It's going to be Buckley to stand in. And there's the tip, and away we go. Giglio knocks it on over to his teammate as Old Forge will start this game off with possession. Simone with it. It's guarded by Nico Ruggiero. Tries to work past the screen, ends up having to pass and drive back the other way to the near side. Donovan guarded by Frankie Ruggiero. The first 30 seconds have gone by as both teams just feeling each other out here to start. Donovan utilizes the pick and then turnaround shot there from Lucarelli. So he was the pick and then found himself open for the pass. Still 0-0. Nico with it, looks to pass there to the inside, and that is just going to be, really Temperino went to grab him and just kind of fell right to the ground. I don't think he was expecting the pass. So Old Forge will pick up on the turnover, see what they can do with it. Putting on the brakes there was DiGregorio. He almost ran backcourt. 3-ball, just going to rim in and out, and then Buckley going to be there on the defensive rebound, and then a poor pass as it was just stolen by DiGregorio, and then he's going to have that one tapped away, and it's going to fall off Donovan's foot. So he ends up kicking it out of bounds on himself, and it's going to be Dunmore ball. So almost 90 seconds gone, no score yet. Both teams just settling into their shoes so far tonight. Driving in was Walsh, passed it to Ruggiero. Ruggiero goes back on top of the point with Buckley, and they're just going to keep passing the ball around. Waiting to find that perfect moment. Zone D shown by Old Forge. Almost had that ball taken away, and then a layup that just had a little too much on it. Gonna kick to Ruggiero for 3. That one's not gonna go down either. Ball tipped by Buckley, and then we're gonna not get any call on that one, as Temperino looked like he took it in the chest as he went to shoot, and then the shot subsequently looked just the same as it went way, way past the mark. Ball eventually gonna fall out of bounds, and we are 2 minutes without a score now. Old Forge with it. DiGregorio kicks out to the near corner. 3-ball shot, not going to drop, going to be tapped, as then going to end up in the hands of Ruggiero. Credit there for Old Forge. You never know what you might find if you're able just to put fingers on the ball. Going to pass the ball around. It's going to be Buckley. He's going to hit the first score of the night, and that is going to be 3. So 3-0, the lead here for Dunmore early in the first. Hands of Simone, passes off. Giglio with it. There'll be a handoff there to his teammate DiGregorio. Working it around, far wing. Not going to go down, and not going to be reined in by Giglio as he tapped it off his left hand and his right hand and tapped it straight out of bounds. Just couldn't really take possession of the ball. So with that, 3 minutes gone, 3-0 the score. Nico Ruggiero looking to isolate. End up passing it back around. Dunmore does so well passing. If they don't have a shot they want, they will just continue to pass it. Gonna pass out to the outside, 3-ball taken. That one just gonna come off the front of the rim, a little short for Kevin Walsh. And now Old Forge gonna come up quickly, try and change up the pace a little bit. If he could do it himself is DiGregorio, not gonna be able to, has to pass off to a teammate, ends up finding the ball back himself again. Buckley tries running him down. There, a little bit of a floater in the paint, not gonna go down, and then Buckley gonna get the defensive rebound as he just ended up standing there and was able to catch it in about his waist. And now we're gonna get a travel on Dunmore. Took one too many steps before they were able to pass. So 4:23 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0, still the score. Neither team has settled just yet. DiGregorio, guarded by Buckley. Passes it out for another 3-shot. That one's finally going to go down for Old Forge. So Simone scores 3 for himself. So 3-all now the score halfway through the first quarter. A lot of the contact there. Powering through was Temperino. Temperino trying to power through again. Going to have it blocked, and then finally going to go up and able to draw the contact. So officially Giglio with the first foul, and that will be a dead ball foul. So it is under the 4-minute mark, and we will hit a media timeout. This is the first time you have joined us all season, then a media timeout is a COVID-19 regulation. Just gives the players a little extra time to take a little extra breather, and both teams just get a timeout. So we're going to kick it down to the Dunmore cheerleaders. Big thanks to the Dunmore Bucks cheerleaders here each and every night for the boys' games. We were lucky enough to speak before on yesterday's game with Sophia Pasevich, Victoria Griffiths, and Isabel Zeller. So fantastic having them for the interview yesterday. First shot taken, that's going to be good for Temperino. And I'll give Dunmore the lead again. And Temperino does not get the second, so he'll go 1 for 2, rebounded by Giglio. Old Forge comes back down quickly. And almost runs out of room, and does, and Ruggiero gonna come up, and he's gonna try and look for the contact, and it's gonna be Buckley who gets 2 offensive rebounds just real quick, and then finds himself right place, right time for both shots. Finally got one to go down. Ruggiero, I think, was looking more for contact and a better shot, and the shot suffered on it because of it, but he was able to be assisted there by Buckley. Great steal by Ruggiero in the first place as he put Simone on the ground as Simone just couldn't control the ball. Long shot taken. That one not going to go down for Old Forge as well. Rebounded by Giglio. Second chance for a 3-ball. That one's not going to go down. And then a nice block by Kevin Walsh right from behind. Got nothing but ball. And unfortunately for the Bucks, they're going to throw it straight out of bounds on an errant pass. That's a tough break for Crimson Nation. Aiden Davitt subs on, number 1 for the Blue Devils. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. 6-3 your score. Low scoring affairs so far. Could break open at any moment. Both teams having plenty of looks on offense. Pass there to the inside. Probably should have turned around a little bit quicker. Not going to matter, though, as Giglio able to score 2 for himself there in the paint. 6-5 the score. Bucks still lead. Nico Ruggiero with it. Tries taking the screen, and then he's going to end up picking up the foul. So he had his pocket picked on that one. And he tried going back for the ball and just made way too much contact.
Foul call on number 2, Nico Ruggiero, his first.
It'll be his first, Dunmore's first of the half. Only seen 2 fouls in this game so far, on 1 apiece for each team. DiGregorio almost gets himself stopped again. Simone with it. And Simone really having a little issue with ball control around Nico Ruggiero. Ruggiero showing excellent defense, just excellent pressure this whole time. And then Buckley just slaps it away, and it ends up hitting some of the championship banners. What a block by Buckley. Inbounding to a blue jersey, takes about 4 seconds for it, and then that one is going to be a quick score for Davitt. Old Forge now take a small 1-point lead, and then Dunmore going to dribble it out of bounds on themselves. I believe it was Temporino that lost it. We've seen that from both sides, actually, just not being able to control the ball very well on a few separate instances. Both sides guilty of that so far tonight. Gregorio continually just passing around for Dunmore. And then Buckley going to have that ball tipped away, and that one's going to fall out of bounds. It is going to be Old Forge ball. Buckley almost able to come up with the steal, and great effort there to chase it down as well. Some players would be content just to let it roll. Buckley was not. He knew it was going out of bounds, and he still chased it. Old Forge going to try and make a quick play. 3-ball taken. That one's going to be an air ball. Going to come up into the waistline of Walsh as he'll just grab it. Dunmore comes back down, tries transitioning quickly. Ruggiero passes back out to Buckley. Ruggiero puts himself back for 3. That one just not going to go. And then going to be an excellent play there for Walsh as he's going to tie up his man for the jump ball. So even though it is a rebound for Old Forge, jump ball is going to keep it going down on the right side of the court. Buckley with it. By himself a bit of the 3-point stance. Pivots around. Passes there to the inside. Dunmore, long 2. That one's not going to go for Walsh. Rebounded by Giglio. Shot from the post, quickly taken from Old Forge. Giglio not able to rein it in that time. Although it's still going to fall into the hands of a Blue Devil. 3-ball taken, and they're going to get fouled. And it's going to be worth 3 shots at the charity stripe.
Foul called on number 31, Kevin Walsh, his first, Dunmore's second.
Kevin Walsh with the foul. Sean Donovan finds the rare 3-point attempt from the foul line. Makes his first. Makes the second. Substitution on as Adriel DeNaples comes on for Dunmore. And not so happy Kevin Walsh just going to get himself a quick breather. Donovan 2 for 2 so far, and he will make a 3 for 3. So Donovan puts himself on the score sheet, 3 points to his name thus far. 35 seconds for the Bucks. Frankie Ruggiero passes off to Naples. Naples, bit of a behind the back dribble. Looks for a man, tries finding it there as just slapped away was Temperino. He's a little slow to get up. Old Forge then gonna shoot 3 as Dunmore couldn't get themselves back nearly in time. And that's exactly what you want if you're a Devils fan to finish off this first quarter. So the lead now sits at 7. And then thrown out of bounds for Dunmore. Miscommunication there. And that 6 seconds can't come off the clock fast enough for the Bucks right now. They just need to get themselves to the second quarter and just a nice hard reset. Forge to drive, comes in, does not get it. 2 seconds, long throw there by DeNaples. That's going to be no good. So with that, we're going to take about 60 seconds. It's 13-6. Devils lead the Bucks. Going to kick it down to the Dunmore cheerleaders. With that, we welcome you back. My name is Nick Mack. You are listening to Dunmore Bucks basketball here on DHSTV.net, right on the Rich Banick YouTube page. Quick name correction real quick. Number 15, I've been saying Giglio. It is number 15, John Giglio. My apologies. All right, so Dunmore. Dunmore needs to find themselves a little bit of momentum as the Devils kind of slapped them back a little bit and took a 7-point lead there at the end of the first quarter. And they're trying to extend that lead a little bit, and they will do so as Lucarelli puts one in. Something we haven't seen too often here at home is the Bucks back on their heels. It's a great chance for them to build a little character, claw their way back. Ruggiero to Ruggiero, back to Ruggiero. Dunmore still looking for that perfect shot. DeNaples with it, has to pivot as he picked up his dribble. In the hands of Walsh. Walsh passed it and it was just slapped out of bounds by Simone. Just the average fan's view, Dunmore still just not looking comfortable against the Blue Devils team here just yet. Ruggiero goes up, and he'll get that one. He's gone up for a few layups, finally got one to sink. So 15-8 the score. Dunmore works it back down to a 7-point deficit. That one's going to be tapped by Walsh. Be pulled back in, though, by Giglio. And what a takeaway there from Frankie Ruggiero. He's going to go up, and he's going to get it. Gets the and one. As Old Forge was trying to foul to make sure he didn't make a shot, Frankie Ruggiero puts it in anyway. And that is what you could call a momentum builder, or at least a momentum starter. Old Forge's second foul of the night. Frankie Ruggiero, the shoot one from the line, not going to get it. Rebounded by DiGregorio. 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. 15-10 is your score. Visiting Devils lead. Passed back out. Thought about a shot. DeNaples was right there. Good coverage. And that ball is going to be kicked by Temperino. If you're any basketball team, not just Dunmore, you'd rather kick the ball than have a pass go by you. I'll force Old Forge to have to inbound it. Into the hands of the point guard, number 22, Mike DiGregorio. Before joining the offense, Dunmore sticking with man-on-man coverage. It'll be a 3-ball taken, won't go. And going to be Nico Ruggiero, who's able to get the rebound. Ruggiero to Frankie Ruggiero. Goes up, he's going to get himself 2 points on the layup. So they're going to get a timeout on the floor. And Old Forge just going to want to talk things over as now Dunmore has gotten themselves back to within 3 points in this game. Old Forge was leading by 7 at the end of the first quarter, and Dunmore now battling back. Other score I'd like to go over there with you is, if you were able to catch any of it before, Old Forge JV did defeat Dunmore tonight. 43-32 was the final score as the Blue Devils got the opening shot. 6:01, 15-12 your score. Blue Devils lead. My name is Nick Mack. Again, you're watching DHSTV.net, the Rich Banick YouTube page. Whether you're from Dunmore or Old Forge, we are thrilled to have you listening and watching in tonight. Just remember, you can watch all past Dunmore games on the YouTube channel, and all you got to do to watch them is just have the YouTube app, whether that's on your phone, computer, smart. I was going to say smartphone, but that would be your phone. And going to be, should have been out of bounds. So it's going to be out of bounds on Dunmore, but unfortunately from the ref's advantage, DiGregorio's toes were just on the paint. And that's a poor break, and you can see a little bit of the desperation in Coach Clark there as he knew Dunmore should have gotten a turnover. Ball handed off. Old Forge has been looking for quite a bit of 3 shots lately. See if they choose to go with it again. Lucarelli passes there to the inside. No, this time they elect to go in closer. So Giglio with the bucket, his 4th point tonight. 17-12 the score now. Majeski looks to set up the pick. They choose not to use them. Long 3-ball taken, and that one is going to tap off the top of the backboard, and then there is a wire that comes down to secure the backboard. The wire is considered out of play. The ball smacked the wire, therefore the ball is out of play. Devils testing the Bucks tonight. Would be an upset if Old Forge were able to beat Dunmore. And it's not the loss the Bucks would want to have as they go into the weekend and start preparing towards the postseason. Ruggiero ends up falling backwards, just got beat by DiGregorio. It's going to be DiGregorio's first bucket of the night. DeNaples thought about 3. Ended up drawing a little contact, nothing worth a whistle though. Walsh back to DeNaples. DeNaples trying to create a little bit of space, and then Ruggiero trying to pass it to Majeski. Just looking for a man, and unfortunately for Frankie Ruggiero, threw it way out of Majeski's reach. So that's going to be another turnover for the Bucks, and the turnovers are really starting to hurt here tonight. DiGregorio at the point guard position. Passes there to the inside, and that's burned twice, Dunmore. Burned Dunmore twice, I should say. Lucarelli with the bucket. Pass off the Walsh. Walsh spin move, shot, fadeaway too. Great play, great sense there by Walsh. Dunmore's been trying to get themselves a little bit of distance, have not been able to do so, and in that instance, Walsh created more than enough distance. So 21-14. The score, and then just going to walk it right home is DeNaples. Nobody decided to guard him, so he figured, all right, why not? Just take it. Dunmore down by 5, 3:27 to go. DiGregorio slows things way down for the Devils. Dunmore standing in a, looks to be like a 2-3 zone. And Dunmore has just elected to start shifting a little bit now. They've been working man coverage before. Pass there to the inside towards the post. Going to turn around for the jump shot. Not going to go for Giglio. Dunmore trying to still build momentum, and out of bounds goes the ball. Just out of the reach of Frankie Ruggiero.
Media timeout.
And we're going to get a dead ball timeout. So under the 4-minute mark, it is a media timeout. 21-16 is your score. Devils lead here at the home of the Bucks. Just keep in mind, the next game is our girls team. They'll be playing Mid-Valley tomorrow night, 7:15. JV game starts at 6. The next boys game was also against Mid-Valley here at home. And that game, I believe, is on Sunday. Yes, it is. Just had to make sure real quick. That game starts at 2:15. So our JV game will begin at 1 o'clock. And again, both teams looking to prepare themselves for the postseason. As we mentioned before, Dunmore in 3A. Our girls are in 4A. As their biggest opponent is going to be Scranton Prep. Dunmore, though, trying to maintain their 4 seed. So it'll be Old Forge ball. So it'll be running from right to left across your listening or watching device. Going to be met at half court by Nico Ruggiero. Dunmore looking for some answers against the Devils' offense. Nico jumping around like crazy. Almost kind of reminds me of like Tasmanian Devil from the Looney Tunes, if you get that reference. Arms everywhere and feet flying. Bit of a tornado. So 2:20 to go here in the second quarter. 21-16. Devils kind of picking their pace so far tonight, as right now they're just slowing things down, content not to take the shot until they have a really good shot prepared. Be a shot taken there. That one's not going to go down. Going to be rebounded by Majeski. And then that one is going to go down. Walsh gets himself for 2. So now it's a 3-point game. On the near side wing is Old Forge. A little bit of contact. Again, nothing too much. Refs letting them play tonight. I always appreciate that. And we're going to get a travel there against Di Gregorio. And it'll be Dunmore ball. This could be the opportunity for Dunmore to make it even closer. We'd also like to remind you the girls' soccer coach will be our halftime guest. It'd be Dan Baderka. So stick around for that, as Coach Dan will be joining us. Dunmore trying to work it to the inside. Really no good looks there. Naples thought about a shot, elected not to, then decided to take it anyway. Almost had it go down. Dunmore almost was able to tie things up. It's been a little while. That ball going to go in and out of the hands. Frankie Ruggiero going to come up with it. Walsh then going to be up front, and he's going to get 2. So Walsh, his 6th point of the game. And just like that, Dunmore putting themselves together a little rally here towards the end of the first half. So 50 seconds to go. Old Forge looks to respond. Old Forge a little bunched up there, had to reset themselves. Managed to do so just like that. Lucarelli now gives it back to Di Gregorio. I gotta wonder if the Devils are just gonna try and run 30 seconds off the clock. Dunmore speedy. They have been able to meet Old Forge when they can figure out where Old Forge is going with it. 18 seconds now, and again, Old Forge just content not to do anything with the ball right now. Gonna have to have it look to have it not taken away. As Frankie Ruggiero just making Di Gregorio work for it. Di Gregorio's gonna go up. He's gonna have a bit of a fade shot. 3 seconds to go, and we're gonna get a travel as Majeski looked to start walking. He figured it was about 2 seconds to go, and Majeski just started walking with the ball. Didn't realize he had to dribble, I guess. Coach Clark just looks a little disappointed there on the side. That's unfortunate because that could have been a nice shot for Dunmore. They had about 4 seconds to work with to the point. Now it's going to give Dunmore the ball right there at the inside. That is going to be up. And good for Lucarelli. Coach Clark losing his mind on that, and that is unfortunate there for the Bucks. As just 2 plays that were preventable. As the first play, Majeski traveling with the ball, and then just a blown coverage there. So now it will turn into a 23-20 scoreline heading into halftime. Old Forge leads. And with that, I'm going to take a quick break, and with us in just a moment will be the girls' soccer coach. It'll be Dan Badurka, Coach Dan Badurka, and he'll be with us in just a moment. But for the time being, here are your Dunmore Bucks cheerleaders. All right, big thanks to our Dunmore Bucks cheerleaders here at halftime. We'll run around the out-of-town scoreboard as we wait for Coach Dan Badurka. Currently in the mid-third quarter, Del Val leads Honesdale 41-36. We have a bunch of scores that have not come in just yet. At halftime, Wyoming Valley West leads Tunkhannock 23-21. Nanticoke leads Hanover Area 12-6. At halftime, Redeemer leads Dallas 32-16. Mid-first quarter, Lehman and Sem all tied up 11-11. And here it is 23-20. In just a moment, we'll have Coach Dan with us, and we'll be back in less than 30 seconds.
Hey, how you doing? How are you?
Welcome you back here at halftime. My name is Nick Mack, and you are watching the Dunmore Bucks boys basketball. 23-20 is your score here at halftime as the Blue Devils lead. But before we get back to our action, we have our girls soccer coach, Dan Badurka, with us. Dan, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Not doing too bad. So, Dan, you wanted to come on and talk a little bit about your girls soccer team. So, what you got?
So we just had this past season. We had a very good season. We went 9-7-1. We had key wins against Western Wayne.
Okay.
We had a first-round playoff win against Holy Cross. We ended up falling a little short in the second round to Montrose. But they did a really good job. We had a really strong team. This next season that's coming up, we'll be returning a lot of starters. But we'll only be replacing 4, and then we have a strong incoming class. So I'm pretty excited for the next freshman class that's coming up.
That's fantastic. Now, you mentioned returning so many starters. Now, to my knowledge, you have one player who won't be returning, but they're signing somewhere pretty cool.
Yes, that's Olivia Leo, and Olivia Leo had a fantastic season this past season. She made first-team All-Star for the Lackawanna region. She also made All-Region for our area. And now she's going to be signing with Fisher College, and we wish her the best of luck, and we'll be rooting her on from our hometown in Dunmore.
That's fantastic. Now, do you have any thoughts about the upcoming season as well?
Yes, it's going to be another tough division with Lakeland, Montrose, Mountain View, Holy Cross in Western Wayne in our division. So we're going to have to really get into the gym and really start working with our footwork and just getting ready for the upcoming season.
All right, with us right now is girls soccer coach Dan Badurka. As we are at halftime, my name is Nick Mack. We're going to be coming back with you for the second half of all your boys basketball action. 23-20 is the score as the Bucks look to make a comeback. Be right back in less than 5. All right, with about 40 seconds now. Less than 40 seconds. We are going to be getting underway with our second half of action as visiting Old Forge is trying to pull the upset over the Dunmore Bucks. Bucks trying to extend their record. Currently they sit at 6-5. It's been an interesting matchup as a couple of notables for Dunmore as Kevin Walsh has been doing excellent work underneath the hoop. Frankie Ruggiero and Nico Ruggiero kind of speed around as well. Unfortunately, probably should be about 21-20 score line. A unfortunate mistake, well, two mistakes for Dunmore there to end the first half, but they're going to try to come back, reset themselves here. They're going to start the half with the ball. So good as time as any. Rebuild that momentum. So you're clapping for both sides, especially the Dunmore bench and some of the home fans and the cheerleaders. It is time. Almost time. Timekeeper's got to get the time. There we go. 8 minutes on the clock. We're about to get underway with the second half of basketball here on a Thursday, cool Thursday night. Starting to warm up here in NEPA a little bit. Nico Ruggiero with it. See how fast Dunmore wants to go. DeNaples with it. Takes the pick. Long three ball set. That one, unfortunately, not going to be close for Ruggiero. Old Forge to rebound. Ruggiero, excellent D. Just ran his man right down, never really gave him a clean look. DeNaples with it. Passes to Frankie Ruggiero here in the near corner. DeNaples goes up, bit of a floater, not going to get it. Going to be rebounded by Temperino. Reset back out. Temperino with the ball on the far corner. Dunmore to reset. Nico with it, tries to drive around. DeNaples, long three ball, gonna just spike it right off the rim. Old Forge to rebound. They're gonna come down quickly and go up for the layup. Almost looked like a hockey deke there with his arms. Di Gregorio gets himself two and extends the Old Forge lead to 5. Walsh with it, gonna try and go in himself. He's gonna get it. Up and down goes to the ref's arm to indicate the and one. So Walsh scores one. He gets himself the chance to grab one more. And not going to go for Walsh. So Dunmore, unfortunately, 1 for 4 on the line. Bodies go flying. Both teams kind of looking for a call there. I think Ruggiero a little too fast for the ball on that one. Ball given to Temperino. Temperino passes back out, whips it around. Three ball taken. That one's not going to go and is going to just fall on out of bounds. And it will be right here in front of the scorer's table. And it will be, or I shouldn't say the scorer's table, broadcast table. It will be Old Forge ball. 6-18, 25-22, Blue Devils lead. Opening up a lane was Dunmore. And Di Gregorio decides he's just going to charge down it. Trying to go up, and that is going to be good for 2. On the foul was Giglio, as he just kind of put his arm in. And just like that, Walsh has his 10th point of the game, and he'll get another shot from the free throw line. This one he makes. 1 for 2 from the line tonight. 27-24 now the score. Aiden Davitt steps on for the Blue Devils. See Giglio subbing off. 27-25 the score. Trying to take it himself again was Di Gregorio. Can't get the shot to fall for Old Forge. Now we have another chance for Dunmore to tie things up or even take the lead if they can hit one from three-point land. Nico Ruggiero trying to cross up his man. Hands of Walsh. Walsh gives to Temperino. Temperino bangs it around and just able to keep it in. Long three ball taken from Ruggiero. That one's just not going to drop. Great rebound there by Walsh. Passes to Naples. It was just off to Naples' hands. He couldn't rein it in, so he ended up just trying to drive with it. Coach Clark now telling exactly where he wants his players to be. And Nico Ruggiero happy to oblige. And then that ball just going to be stripped out of the hands of Walsh. And then behind the back dribbling to Davitt, and then Davitt getting a little too fancy with it as he probably could have gone up for it himself. Elected to be unselfish about it, and I'll never complain about that. But his teammate wasn't expecting the pass, and it fell out of bounds. So now less than 5 minutes to go, 27-25, still the score. And this gives a chance for Dunmore to, again, try to tie things up. Walsh kicks it to Naples, 3-ball taken, that one's just not gonna go down. Only one 3-ball has been made so far tonight from the Dunmore Bucks. And that was Christian Buckley way back in the first quarter. Great D there shown by Walsh, kept his hands up and forced his man to take a bad shot. Both teams just kind of trading shots back and forth right now. Nico with the ball. Gonna try and drive himself, passes off to Temperino. Temperino doesn't really have a good look at the bucket from the exact part of the court where he's standing, so he just needed to pass it back out. He could have drove, but that would have been hotly contested by 2 Navy jerseys. Gonna give it to Temperino, and this time he's gonna find a little bit of room, and he's just not gonna get the layup to go. So neither team just able to score right now, but Old Forge gonna make Dunmore pay. Lucarelli, 8th point of the night. And every time the Bucks have gotten close so far tonight, Old Forge has been able to just keep an extra step in front of them. It's now a 4-point lead for the Blue Devils. That one gonna go up, not gonna go down. Lucarelli with the defensive rebound. Davitt has that one blocked by Walsh. They're gonna say it's tipped, and they're gonna say it is, they're gonna say Dunmore ball. Well, 2 referees have said Dunmore ball.
Media timeout.
And we're gonna get a media timeout. Officially, I believe it was signaled Dunmore ball, but I guess we'll find out in 60 seconds. 29-25, your score, Old Forge leads. We'll kick it down to the Dunmore cheerleaders. That'll be the conclusion of our 3rd media timeout tonight. I believe it's going to be Dunmore ball. And the ref talking with the scorer's table, not really sure why. Trying to listen in, but I'm on the opposite side of the court. Again, not really sure what the Zebras checking in on, but Dunmore to inbound the ball. And Coach Clark looking also for some answers. Either way, Nico Ruggiero has the ball and gives it to Buckley. We haven't seen Buckley in a little while. Dunmore a bit of a give and go passing right now. Looks there to the inside to Majeski. That one's gonna be good. Majeski's first points of the night. Credit the assist to Kevin Walsh. 29-27 the score. Neither team letting the other team get too far away in this game. Lucarelli tries to drive in past Majeski. Majeski just way too big. Lucarelli never got a good look at the shot. Walsh with it, tries to drive. Was able to pick up the ball in just a amount of time as Donovan almost had a hand in. Frankie Ruggiero not gonna get it. Majeski using the tallness and the height. And then we are gonna get a whistle Yes, that was a whistle.
For Mario Simone, his second.
Simone with the foul. Ruggiero going to be going to the line. I was going to say it did look like a foul. The referee's whistle just a little hard under the mask to hear. So Ruggiero does not get his first. Ruggiero gets a second. So Ruggiero shooting 1 for 3 from the line tonight. And it's now a 29-28 score line, closest it's been since the first quarter. Passes there to the near corner. That ball going to be tapped away. It's still going to be Old Forge ball. Good hands there by Ruggiero. Davitt looking to drive. Met by Walsh. And he's going to toss it right out of bounds. Thought his man was about 4 feet from where he wanted him. And this turnover could be one of those times for the Bucks. They've had so many opportunities to tie it or take the lead. This could be that moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Bucks just need to get over that hump. Buckley drives, puts one up, and that's going to be good. Buckley gets his 7th point of the night, and just like that, since way back in the first quarter, the Dunmore Bucks lead the Blue Devils 30-29. Davitt passed the ball back off to DiGregorio. Just guarded by Buckley. I always appreciate Buckley's defense. He's always quick, always keeps the arms up. Old Forge going to have to reset back towards half court. And you hear the momentum and the clapping as between the parents, the cheerleaders, and the Dunmore bench, they are starting to feel it. This might be the chance for them to build some momentum. Trying to spin out of contact with Simone. That's not going to go down. Going to be rebounded by Walsh. Bucks going to come up quickly, and bad pass, but kept back in by Ruggiero. And then unfortunately that pass is going to be behind Majeski, tapped away, and then Old Forge going to come right back up the other side. And they're going to score. DiGregorio gets his 8th. Again, just credit there to Frankie Ruggiero. It was a terrible pass. He was able to keep the play moving. Walsh with it. Drives past the post, and he's going to have that one stripped away. Davitt officially on the steal. And Buckley going to get a hand on it, so Old Forge can't shoot a shot. Substitution on is Tyler Pepson. First time we've seen him tonight. Subbing off will be Mario Simone. So Old Forge is taking the lead back, 31-30, 21 seconds to go. In the hands of Davitt, and Davitt traveled as he took about a step or two well after he had caught the pass. Sort of a reverse heads-up play there for Davitt. And for Dunmore, this will be their chance to possibly lead going into the fourth quarter. Nico Ruggiero with it. We're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout, courtesy of Coach Clark. Dunmore will take it. And with that, this is one of those times where you got to figure, who do you want to throw the ball to? Here in the third quarter, we've seen a little bit of, I should say a lot of effort by Kevin Walsh there on the inside. He's got himself 11 points tonight. He's having a fantastic game and several blocks on defense as well. But we're talking about offense right now because we got 10 seconds and it is Bucks ball. My personal advice would be to kick it to Walsh down low with about 3 or 4 seconds to go. Let him drive. Old Forge, no stranger to fouling right now either on a couple shots that go up, and Walsh has a bigger body than some of the other Blue Devils he's competing with. That would be my guess. And again, I'm not the coach. I'm just your happy-go-lucky broadcaster, bringing you Dunmore Bucks basketball right here on DHSTV.net. That being said, if Walsh scores, that'll make me look decent. Never good, just decent. All right, Ruggiero's to inbound the ball. That's right, plural, both Ruggieros, Nico and Frankie. 8 seconds to go. Long 3-ball taken. That one not going to go down. Majeski going to grab it. It's going to be Walsh. Puts it up and in at the buzzer. So wasn't as designed. Ruggiero couldn't get the 3-ball to go, but it was Walsh in the end there in the paint on the offensive rebound. And just like that, it is a 32-31 lead for Dunmore, and we'll kick it down to the Bucks cheerleaders. You hear the cheerleaders cheering for Crimson Nation. Crimson Nation here in Dunmore has got to be thrilled with Kevin Walsh. He's got himself 13 points, 2 massive blocks, and one of the best offensive rebounds of the entire game, which helped Dunmore take a lead going here into the fourth quarter. It'll be Old Forge's ball. See Gregorio with it. And the Bucks, much like they were in part of the third quarter, both the team and the fans and the cheerleaders trying to pump up the team a little bit right now. So they're going to try and build momentum and create a little distance between themselves and the Blue Devils. Long 3-ball taken for the Blue Devils. That one's not going to go down. Going to be rebounded by Buckley, but he's going to have it stripped. Great hands there by Giglio. And then in return, Dunmore almost stripped it back from Di Gregorio. No Forge going to have to reset themselves. And you hear the cheerleaders behind us. So they're getting excited. Bit of a pump shot. Going to be another shot taken. Long 2-ball. That one's not going to drop. And just out of the reach of Majeski. So another offensive rebound for Old Forge. So they're getting those, they always usually say, second, third chances. Usually the ones that end up burning you. 3-ball taken, and that one gonna rim in and out. Majeski with the rebound and almost out of the hands of Nico Ruggiero, and you could see Coach Clark saying, go back out, get yourselves set. Majeski passes back out to Ruggiero. Ruggiero, a bit of a pro hop. Majeski goes up, doesn't need a dribble, and he's able to get his own rebounds. Majeski's height just kind of tosses it up there just a few feet. Gets it to go, and then we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So a lot of momentum built for Dunmore as they have their largest lead. Only 3 points, but 3 points is how they started the game. So 34-31 is the scoreline. 6:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. My name is Nick Mack. You are listening to Dunmore Boys Basketball here tonight on DHSTV.net on the Rich Banick YouTube page. Big thanks to Rich Banick because he's running all the cameras for us tonight. All the thanks also to AD Mark Finan. So right now, Dunmore talking it over, trying to figure out how to get themselves through this fourth quarter. If you want to hear a little bit more about everything going on in the Dunmore Athletics world, go on to Twitter at DunmoreBucksAD. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as the women's team takes on Mid-Valley at 7:15. And the next men's basketball game will be against Mid-Valley on Sunday at 2:15. For the time being, we do have Saturday off as we've been bringing you basketball all week long. Just all those makeups and everything else, you know, just being finished right before the end of the season. I'd like to also remind you that both teams will be making the playoffs. So it will be heading up to March 4th will be the first round of the conference tournaments, so more information to come as we have more information available. But right now, Old Forge gets one to go. I was going to say, going to focus on the action at hand.
Foul called on number 20, Christian Buckley.
Buckley with the bucket, or excuse me, with the foul. His first, Dunmore's first, and is going to be Di Gregorio on the line. And that one just not going to go for him, so it will stay a Dunmore lead, 34-33. That's DiGregorio's 10th point overall. Ball pass to Buckley. Buckley to Walsh. Nico Ruggiero to Ruggiero, and Dunmore content to just keep passing it along, looking for a hole. They're content to try and wear down these Blue Devils. And that only speaks to the conditioning for Coach Clark's team. Each and every game, the Devils just keep, or excuse me, the Bucks just keep running with it. That ball going to be tapped and then going to be a jump ball. It will stay here. Fortunately, Buckley had that one tapped out from behind. He was able to come over, though, and create the jump ball situation. 34-33. High pass to Majeski. Gives back to Frankie Ruggiero. Nico with it, back to Frankie. Again, what I was saying before is the Dunmore team could just keep running and passing. It looks like they never get tired. And that's partially what they did to Carbondale last night, is they made Carbondale a very tired team. Pass to the inside of Majeski. Majeski back to Buckley. Buckley may have had a shot, but he had to grab the ball and basically make sure it doesn't go out of bounds. Speaking of out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by a person in a Navy jersey, so there'll still be Dunmore ball as they're just wasting time right now. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, 34-33. Close game here tonight, and Ruggiero shoots three, gonna get it! Frankie Ruggiero gets his first three of the night at a pivotal point in this game, and with that, it is a two-possession game. So you've seen this a few times. DiGregorio just tries doing it by himself, and Majeski with the rebound. Frankie Ruggiero was given to him, and he almost went off to the races and decided, wait a minute, I don't have to. We're up by 4 points right now. He just slowed things down. Great veteran move. Nico with it. Gives it to Majeski. Majeski hands off to Walsh. Walsh has it tipped, but Ruggiero is able to grab it. And Dunmore will just reset back at the point, and almost had that one tapped away. Nico just a little bit quicker. Walsh with it, thought about three, was guarded by DiGregorio. He's gonna have that ball tapped away, and Dunmore is just gonna have to watch as they almost have that one tapped away again. Dunmore is just gonna have to watch their possession with the ball. Shoots up from above the post was Walsh, not gonna go down. Rebounded by Lucarelli. Lucarelli behind the back dribble, and that gives Old Forge a little bit of space as Dunmore kind of watching right there. 37-35, now it's the Old Forge bench getting excited. All sides of the gym are getting excited, including the broadcast side. This game is fantastic. Buckley with it. Give to Walsh, and Walsh has it kicked on out of bounds. And we're going to get a media timeout. 3:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. 37-35 is your score line. As mentioned before, Dunmore was able to get over the hump a little bit earlier here in the fourth quarter, and now they are working on just trying to put the Blue Devils away. Going to kick it down to the Dunmore cheerleaders. Going to be Dunmore ball. DeNaples has subbed on Nico Ruggiero to inbound. And this will be crucial, as is every possession from here on out, for Dunmore to score. Majeski ran close. Dunmore almost threw that ball away. Lucky for Majeski's height there, is able to grab the pass. Dunmore to set things back up. Ruggiero to Ruggiero. Frankie runs with it. We've hit the 3-minute point. Neither team in foul trouble, so if it comes down to that, it's going to take a bunch of fouls until we can actually get there. Nico speeds past his man. Long 3-ball taken, that one's good! Adriel DeNaples gets a shot from way outside, 40-35, as from what is just one of the most important moments of the game, DeNaples crushes it. 2:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. DiGregorio trying to do it himself, realizes he can't. Kicks it back out, 3-ball taken. Majeski just couldn't get the rebound. That ball gonna be tapped. Eventually ends in the hands of Giglio. That shot could be taken. Frankie Ruggiero now the one to grab the defensive rebound. 40-35. And now Dunmore could start trying to put Old Forge down a little bit, and we're gonna get a timeout on the floor. It's gonna be a full timeout taken by Coach Clark. And no problem with that there. Again, 40-35 is the current score. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say Kevin Walsh is our player of the game right now, as he has just put in a fantastic effort, so I look forward to talking to him after the game. Again, 2:07 to go, 40-35 is your scoreline. My name is Nick Mack. We're having fun with you here in Dunmore. You're listening to DHSTV.net, the Rich Banick YouTube page. We've been here each and every game for most of the season. Rich has been here most of the season. I was here, let's just say 75% at this point. So, and if you want to be able to go back to watch any previous games, remember they'll always be available on YouTube. Next game coming up is going to be tomorrow night against Mid-Valley, as the girls team will be back here at home. 7:15 is the start, JV at 6. And then the next boys basketball game, also against Mid-Valley, will be 2:15 on Sunday, 1 o'clock, JV. 2:07 to go, 40-35. Ruggiero's the usual inbounds combination. Ball thrown there into Majeski. He was wide open. Nobody saw the big man. He's able to pull up his 6th point of the night. 7-point differential now, as all of a sudden Dunmore find themselves success. Old Forge going to turn around, score one though. Dunmore does need to get themselves past the halfway marker, and it'll be a 3-ball shot there by DeNaples. Majeski gonna grab it, and then DeNaples is just gonna push back. You could just hear Coach Clark screaming there from the side, just trying to coach his team. Unfortunately, Walsh is gonna be the one to touch the ball with a foot out of bounds, so then that will in fact be a turnover on Dunmore. Old Forge ball. Buckley to be subbing on for Dunmore. Full timeout taken by Old Forge. With that gives us just a moment. Again, just to remind you that all the Dunmore Bucks information can be found on Twitter at Dunmore, Dunmore Athletics AD. I completely botched that. It is at Dunmore Bucks AD. Sorry, just getting a little ahead of myself. This is a 5-point game here. It's absolutely exciting what we've had, and it seems like every single boys team game has just been an absolute barn burner so far. And that's not saying anything about the girls team either, as they've had some very exceptional wins themselves as well. They're just typically more the double-digit variety this season. Girls team has been fantastic. A lot of close games for the boys. So less than 90 seconds to go. It will be Old Forge ball. It's a mad dash for the ball right there from the coach's bench for Dunmore. Unfortunately, Walsh was the one to grab the ball, but his foot was touching out of bounds, so all intents and purposes, it's off out of bounds on him. DiGregorio, as we've seen all night, just try and run past his man. 3-ball taken. That one's not going to go down. Rebounded by Buckley. See if Old Forge chooses to foul just yet. Now they will.
Foul on number 22, Michael
DiGregorio with his first.
Old Forge 4.
Fourth for Old Forge, as says our PA announcer. So Old Forge is going to have to foul 3 more times before they're able to put the Bucks on the line. And in this instance, they're going to let the Bucks dribble the ball to at least half court. Passing around quickly into the hands of Buckley. Walsh, Ruggiero, there to the inside of Majeski, and he's going to get it! Majeski, 8th point there at the inside, and he has made himself known here in the 4th quarter. And that would have been a time for Old Forge to a foul. They elected not to. 3-ball taken. That one's going to rim in and out, and now we're going to get a foul officially beyond DiGregorio as Buckley came down with the rebound. And just like that, largest lead of the game, I believe for either team, is at least for Dunmore, is 7 points right now, 44-37, as we are going here late into the night of the 4th quarter. Full court press shown by Old Forge. That ball going to be given to Walsh, and then Walsh, if it were hockey, he'd have a penalty shot. In basketball, it's just another foul. As Walsh had a straight line to the bucket, Old Forge was able to catch up with him. So Old Forge's 6th foul of the night. And we're going to get a foul. So that's going to put the Bucks on the line. That'll be the 7th. Donovan will get his first. Old Forge's 7th overall. So 1-1 will go Nico Ruggiero. 3 for 7 from the line so far are the Bucks overall as a team tonight. Not going to get that one to go either, so 3 for 8. Rebounded by Old Forge, 40 seconds to go. Pass, far corner, and that's going to be worth 3. And we're going to get a timeout for Old Forge. I'm going to say Buckley threw his arms up there. I'm not really sure why. Buckley was lucky he didn't catch the foul himself with the extra contact. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Old Forge, 44-40, as now the Blue Devils are trying to claw their way back in. Just like that, it is a close game. It is a fun game. So Forge just trying to figure out what they want to do. At the very least, Dunmore needs to be able to throw the ball in, maintain possession, take the foul if you have to. As is key in every basketball game, just hit your free throws. That's all you got to do. If you hit every free throw, they'll never be able to catch you. Walsh, known to throw to, and he's going to have to call a timeout. And we're going to have 2 referees saying opposite things right now. But the referee closest to Coach Walsh says there was a timeout taken on the floor. It'll be a full 60-second timeout taken. And if anything, Coach Walsh got that timeout in with about 4.9 seconds, literally a 1/10 of a second just in time. Now, unfortunately, the referee next to him, just due to possible random different COVID things, is wearing a face shield, much like myself right now. He's also wearing a mask. So sometimes the mask can be a little hard with whistles. I've seen this referee is carrying around what looks to be like a red ball type thing, and I guess he has to pump it up a little bit. I think that is his whistle. And I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've ever seen that. So that's super cool. I give him that. The COVID pandemic year has shown anything is the versatility of the teams, the coaches, and the referees. So Dunmore inbounds to Ruggiero, and they're going to be able to pass it around and just burn some extra time off. Majeski then going to have the ball thrown to him. It was over his head, and it banged off the backboard. And Frankie Ruggiero ends up taking the foul right there. as he just tried stripping the ball away. Not the worst foul, actually, there for Ruggiero. His first, Dunmore's second. Dunmore has 5 fouls to even worry about until they would put somebody on the line, so I wouldn't even think about fouls right now for them. In terms of that spot, it did not give Old Forge a clear shot. That 3 ball going to be taken. It is good. So we are getting a timeout on the floor now from Old Forge. And just like that, the Bucks have put themselves in a position where they have to be extra careful. They only have a 1-point lead. We're going to take another full timeout from Old Forge with 12.7 seconds to go. My name is Nick Mack. We appreciate you for tuning in tonight for Dunmore boys basketball. Again, we'll be back with you tomorrow as the girls team comes in to play Mid-Valley. 7:15 tip-off. JV game starts at 6, and the next time, actually, to continue speaking about the girls game, actually, that will be their final game of the season as well. So big thing right there. And again, didn't talk about too much, probably should talk about a little bit more. March 4th will be the beginning of the conference tournament. There'll be quarterfinals for each team. Theoretically, according to AD Mark Finan, if things were to stop today, both Dunmore teams, boys and girls, would have home games based on their seeding. We will get you more information about that. That is not a definite, but March 4th, definitely a day to look out for. 14 seconds now put on the clock. Ball inbounded to Frankie Ruggiero, and he's going to be fouled immediately. Now it's 12.9. Again, 1-1. The foul on Simone. His third. Old Forge's 8th. So Old Forge can still foul Dunmore one more time and put him on the line for a 1-on-1. Ruggiero 1 for 3 from the line so far tonight. He needs this. Does not get it. Old Forge now going to pass the ball up quickly. 10 seconds, and we're going to get a foul on Dunmore. And personally, I think that's a fantastic foul because it prevented Old Forge from pushing up way too quickly. So that's Dunmore's third, Nico Ruggiero's second. I am not opposed to that foul whatsoever, as I just said. It prevented the Dunmore defense from getting caught a little out of balance. 8.8 seconds to go right now. This could be the final play of the game. It's a total possibility, and Dunmore just going to foul, and that's not a bad idea by Coach Clark.
Foul number 20, Christian Buckley, his second, Dunmore's 4th.
His second, Dunmore's 4th. Dunmore has 2 more fouls to give, and just right there, that took off almost 2 seconds worth of time. So Old Forge have to push in. That ball almost lost, and it's going to be there in the right there in the paint. Buckley going to force it on out of bounds. 3.7 seconds to go now, and we are going to come down to, this is most likely the last possession of the game. Old Forge, a bucket wins it. A block wins it for Dunmore. Ball will be inbounded. That one's going to be blocked. 2 seconds to go, and there's going to be a foul. What a block there at the end of the game, and that is going to save the skin of the Dunmore Bucks. Di Gregorio gets his third. That is the 9th. So 1-1, Ruggiero will go to the line. Ruggiero needs to hit both. It's going to be a 3-point shot for Old Forge regardless. He needs to hit both just in case of a fluke full-court shot. Ruggiero gets the first. And Coach Clark instructing Nico to just bang it off the rim. Nico's going to make it anyway. So 3 seconds. Old Forge bombs one. Going to be a wild 3 shot. Not going to go. 46-43 is your final. And with that, Dunmore makes the comeback within the game. They were trailing at half and found their way back. 46-43, your Dunmore Bucks have won another game and will increase their record to 7-5. In just a few moments, we will speak with our player of the game, Kevin Walsh. And just like that, an excellent performance by Walsh within this game as he himself went for 13 points, had 2 massive blocks, a huge offensive rebound, within the game. We'll talk to him about it and what was going through his head in just a few moments. Again, 46-43 is the final. We'll be back in action again tonight with the girls team as, again, they'll be playing Mid-Valley at 7:15. We invite you to tune in. And in about less than 15-20 seconds, Kim Walsh making his way over here. We'll speak with him, and that will be your post game. 1 minute. This is your post-game show as the Bucks have defeated the Old Forge Blue Devils 46-43. Your player of the game tonight is Kevin Walsh. Congratulations. You had 13 points on the game and 2 massive blocks that I had counted and another couple awesome offensive rebounds where you created a couple second chances for your team. How's it feel just getting the win?
Feels great. I mean, we went up there a couple weeks ago. They beat us pretty bad, and we knew we just had to come down here and give it to them.
Now, I mentioned you had 13 points, and you had 2 massive blocks in the game. What goes through your mind when you're just reaching up there to swat away the ball?
I mean, sometimes I see my teammate get beat, and that's the great thing about this team. We know that if we get beat, our teammates are going to be there to help us. So I know that I just got to step up, and I know that I could jump with anybody here. So
that's fantastic. Now, obviously, your season's winding down. We're not at the postseason just yet, but I got to figure it's probably at least on your mind a little bit. Any thoughts towards your future game with Mid-Valley or coming up to the postseason?
I mean, Mid-Valley's a big one. They're a good team. We got them 2 days in a row. And if we could clip them twice, then that's just great momentum heading into the postseason. We could make some noise.
All right, that is fantastic. Our player of the game with us tonight is Kevin Walsh. Congratulations on the victory tonight. 46-43, Dunmore wins. For myself, Nick Mack, for Rich Banick with the cameras, for Kevin Walsh standing here with us, that is going to do it. Go Bucks!